Hey, coaches, it's Miss B from Connecting the Lines, and I wanted to talk to you today about what you do when it's time to file your taxes. So, the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to go into, all right, this is the IRS Tax Form Schedule C. So, what you're going to do, and this is when you go to your tax preparer, okay? I hope I can fill this in. Okay, great. So, you're going to put your name in there. All right. What is your principal business? So, if you are a dance studio, if you are a cheerleading gym, if you sell dance wear, if you host competitions, you need to put event planner, put those in right where it says principal business. All right. So, for dance studio purposes, we are going to do, let's see, dance studio. All right. So over here is where you get your NAICS code. All right. Over here, you're going to pull the code and you're going to basically insert that. So if you're filing your own taxes, this is where you would go look for it. And then you are going to, it will take a long time. All right. So, because it's hundreds of thousands of them. Okay, so you see all of these. Let's find ours. Okay, this is the last page. Maybe I should have started at the bottom, but here we go. And while you're doing this, you want to, make sure that you already have your receipts and things like that in play. All right, here we go. I think this is good right here. Do you see this where it says arts, entertainment, and recreation? Okay. And then you have the different ones, the different codes that you can put in there. All right. Hold on just a second. All right. So, for the purposes of your taxes for this year, you are going to put in code 71300. Or you could put 711100. So, this is the one we're going to do for the purpose of today, since we're going to do a dance studio. All right, so let's go back. I'm gonna put our code over here. Hopefully, I can just, there we go. All right, if you have a business name, go ahead and put that. Put my studio name on there. All right. If you have a physical location, you go ahead and you put your business address over here. If you do not have a physical address, then you are going to put your home address. All right. So I'm going to put the studio address. I'm trying to remember. I got so many numbers in my head. 3, 3, 2, 7. I don't think that's right, but I'll think about it. All right. Next thing you want to click is cash, because you're paid in cash. All right. Did you materially participate in operating this business during 2020? If you did, you are going to click yes. If you started or acquired this business during 2020, check here. If you did not, then you leave it blank, okay? Did you make any payments in 2020 that require you to file Form 1099? That's basically if you had any type of instructors or teachers or somebody that worked with you, that's what you would be giving them so they can file their taxes through you. All right. So now I have to do this. Okay. So, but for you, for these purposes, you're just gonna go ahead and click no. All right. Now, you can go into your gross income receipts or sales, or you can start with your expenses. Now, this is going to be up to your tax preparer, or like I said, if you have done yours, then this is the short version of how you can do this. All right. Now, if you need help, I can help. So drop taxes in the comment. Bisbee, help me with my taxes because I can help you with your taxes because I do have a tax business in addition to my dance company. Okay, so I can help you with your taxes. Just put taxes in the comments and make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm always going to be producing content that you're going to need, and not just for your business but for your dancers, in addition to videos and dance routines and things like that. All right, lit, lit. All right, so what you're gonna do? Think about your advertising. So we're here. So if you bought any Facebook ads, flyers, TV commercials, if you bought a billboard, like you guys sometimes spend a lot of money on ads. So advertising is key. So go ahead and put that number here. So for this purpose, we're gonna go ahead and just say I spent maybe, you know what? I'm gonna go over to my page. Let's see if I can pull that up. All right, hold on. Don't look at my friends. Hold on. All right, so I'm in my Facebook ads manager, and it'll show you to where you have different ads and what you have spent on them. Okay, so you can go there and you can pull it up. Now, if you want me to show you how I got there, all right, I'm just gonna go back out. All right, so I'm on my business page. I'm gonna go to where it says go to business suite. Once I get into the business suite, I'm gonna go over to ads. Hold on. This thing's in the way. Hold on. All right. And this is where it'll show you your ads. And then it'll also show you your results, your reach, and all of that kind of stuff. You can also click see more, and all of them will be in there. So I have bought some ads in the past. And if you want me to do a video on how to run Facebook ads, I can show you because it is helpful and it does get people to my website. All right. So I'm just gonna throw out a number just for this reason. I'm gonna say I spent maybe about $3,000 in ads. We're gonna say $3,400 in ads. All right. Now here, if you bought a vehicle, I know sometimes like you want to buy a van or something like that for your team. If you did purchase that, go ahead and put that number there. I didn't, so I'm not gonna put that on there. But if you did have that, you want to go ahead right there. Commission and fees, you can leave that blank. Contract labor. Now, if you want to put contract labor in, you can say under $500. All right. Anything over 600, you have to file them with one of those 1099s, like we talked about earlier. And when if you want, I can make a video on that too. Because I did make a video on how to hire dancers, but I'm hire teachers, but I didn't make a video on how to pay them because, baby, I ain't finna work for free. All right. If there's any other things in here, employee benefit programs, if you have a large studio and you offer your employees like medical benefits or healthcare benefits or whatever. Ooh, hold on. Okay, there we go. Or healthcare benefits, then that's where you would put that information or that number. Next thing, office expenses. If you got any legal or professional services, if you have an attorney on retainer or something like that, you put that right there. Any legal fees, mortgage, interest rates. If you have that, then go ahead and put those numbers there. But if you don't, then just don't add it because you don't want to have to provide anything that you can't prove. Office expenses. All right. This is somewhere you can pull your receipts from Office Depot. You can pull your receipts from Walmart. You can pull them from Staples, Sam's Club, places like that. So for this reason or for this example, you can just give them a number, or I wouldn't even give them a number. I would try to keep them as close to what it actually was, because you don't want a problem with the IRS. That's the last thing you want to do. And so if you're claiming this on your taxes, just make sure you got your shit together. All right. And even in this, you got to have it on point. So what's best or what's most advisable is that if you have a bank account that's separate from your business, you can just print your bank statement and all of the information will be in one place. And so it'll really help you, because now you are keeping track of your money. And if it's showing that you have a good payment history, now you're able to get things like loans and grant, different money from banks, credit cards, and things like that. That'll help you in the long run. All right, so put that there. I'm gonna just put 2,349, because sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. All right. Any pensions? You don't have to worry about that, because I know you don't even know what I'm talking about. All right. So you got 20 for 20A. All right. So rent or leases. So if you have rented a car or a van or something for your team, you put that number here. Baby, when I tell you I would have to rent those vans for the girls, and those things would cost a lot of money, you want to put that there. Now, that's only for the rental. So if you got enterprise receipts, if you got Turo receipts, things like that, that can go right there. Now, where it says other business property. So this is where if you are renting your space, you can put that in there. If you don't have a physical space and you are teaching, hold on just a second. If you don't have a physical space and you're like teaching virtually, or you're like teaching from home or whatever, then you can get into that. I'll talk about that. Oh well, I guess this is the best video. I'll talk about that now. So what you would do is, if you're running a home-based online dance studio, you are going to divide the space by the amount of money that you pay rent. So just say if you are running your studio out of your house, because I do know some coaches that would have practice at their house. So if you have a 3-bedroom house and your rent is $1,000, you would divide that 3 by 1,000, and you would take that one particular bedroom and you would use it as an office space, because technically you are using your home for business, and that's the number that you would put into there. Now if you are renting a physical space, you would just add up every month of rent for that year and you would put that number here. This number right here is what made me change my mind from being a renter to an owner, because one year, I'm sorry, not just one year, a couple years, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how much I paid my landlord in rent. I'm gonna go to the calculator. My rent was $1,500 a month times 12 months. So here I paid him $18,000 a year, and we had that space for 3 years. Look at that. That's clearly a down payment on something. That's clearly a way that you can put money down on something that will be long lasting, and it'll be yours, because at the end of the day, he still owned it. At the end of the day, if he wanted certain things, I had to comply. There was certain things I couldn't do because it wasn't my space. So when I look back over those 3 years and I see how much money I spent on rent, wasn't worth it to me. All right, so I'm gonna divide that back, because I did have an actual studio. So I did that by 3. Oh, all right. So that's 18,000. So let's go back here. Cool. So I could put my car rentals here, because that's probably about right. Business property, $18,000, because that's for real. Now, any repairs and maintenance, yes. If you don't rent a vehicle and you use your own car, guess what, baby? Write it off. So if you had anything you need to get done, you need them tires rotated, you needed to get that oil change, keep that receipt. That's what I'm telling you. Run things out of your business bank account, baby, because it will help you in the long run. All right. Or if you don't, create a separate account attached to your personal bank account. Just create a separate account that you can just run everything out of. It'll be easier. All right. Supplies, that's not included in other parts. So any supplies that you have to buy, you might have to buy speakers, you might have to buy a bar, you might have to buy mats for the dancers and the gymnasts or whatever to roll on. So you put that number right here. So just say we had to buy what's my calculator? So we're just gonna give some general numbers. Let's see how much average dance mats. How we're gonna say dance. Um, it's not a nightclub. Dance. Oh, I'm sorry, not ballet. All right, so $64. All right, $64 or $347. Say we need three of those. $349. I need to clear that. All right. You got $1,000 right there. Bam. And that's just for the bars. So add the mats. All right. You got your little squares, folded mat, rubber floor. So 109. We're gonna do our say we needed three of those. Okay. So now you got about $1,300 worth of supplies that are not your office expenses. I don't even know what it was. Let's just put that. All right. Any travel and meals. Now, I know y'all traveling because y'all getting trophies from here, there, and everywhere in between. So since you're traveling, go ahead. Hotel rooms, gas money, all of that stuff goes into this number. All right. Also, another thing you can put in there is your meals and the meals that you're spending on your dancers. You can put those in here too. So those numbers can go up, 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 just depending on how you put it in. All right, so just and this is really low balling. All right, you got your utilities. You can put that in there. Any um wages? Nah, you need to put that because most of your people aren't gonna have a 1099. Then when you come down to your second page, if you did purchase a vehicle for your studio, you'll put all of this. Sorry, where is the car? There it is. This is the vehicle information. Now, if you purchase your material and then you sell it to your dancers, so say you buy all the shoes and then you put them up in the studio and everybody just has to come and buy them. This is what is considered cost of goods sold. So if you do that, then you have to put it on because you have to put in your inventory, the purchase list, cost of items withdrawn for your personal use. So if you bought 30 of them and you kept five of them out for yourself, those are the numbers that you would put here. Once again, I do taxes in during tax season, so let me know if you need help because I can definitely help you. All right, other expenses, you can put your phone bill right here. And all you do is you're going to multiply your phone bill by the number 12 because it's 12 months in a year. So if you are going to do that, like my phone bill is $90 and then I multiply that by 12, bam, so 1080. I really kind of know that off the top of my head. Just, do this. All right, you can put your Wi-Fi on here. Wi-Fi is usually about $40 a month, $45. And then you can go into any other expenses that you need. Costumes may go under cost of goods sold, so be mindful of how you're going to list this. If you're just buying costumes for everybody and they're not paying you back, baby, put that number right here. that can go up, up, up. If you didn't buy just costumes, if you bought necklaces for everybody, if you bought headbands for everybody or bags for everybody, those are the things that you put here. So you can put bags, you can put let's say $400. If you've been paying for competitions, say you spent $2,000 on competitions because you have to pay entry fees for your competitions. So put that on there. If you've been to a dance conference, like Connecting the Lines, you can put that on here. Put $600 on there. And you just list out all of your expenses for your studio. All right. So you just add the expenses that you had over here. All right. So whatever they are, which these are not realistic numbers, only because most of the times when you buy things, they don't end in zeros. So put the actual number. That's why once again, get your bank account. So you ain't got to be thinking about it, all right? Because once you get these numbers in there, you're going to go back into that same account where you're getting paid from, where you're receiving this cash, where your receipt book is, and you're going to add up all the money that you have received from parents because that is your income, okay? So no matter what it is, whether it's big or small, when it's time to file your taxes, you're going to put that in there, even because that is income, all right? Now, it's not until you get up in here to where you can come up with your net profit. Not till you get to, I was about to point at it, right here in line 31, where you put your net profit and things like that. And that's basically once you add your expenses to, and you put your income and you subtract your expenses, and that's what gets you your net profit. Okay, so this is a way that you can kind of keep your numbers and keep your accounting straight for when it's time to file your taxes, because I don't want you guys to get into a situation with the IRS and then you're not prepared, or you don't have any type of documentation on the funds that you receive from what you do. You don't have any receipts for the expenses that you pay out. It's just best to do it the right way, guys. If you really want to do this for longevity, you don't want to sit here and play when it comes time for you to do your taxes. You want to make sure that when it's time for this to happen, that you got all of your ducks in a row, because you don't want them coming asking you for more information and you not having it. Because if you're filing this, let me just tell you how it is. If you have a child, you already get like a tax credit, right? So you have your regular income from your job, you have your child, which you get a tax credit from. So you got your earned income credit, you got your child tax credit, and then you have your small business credit or your self-employment credit that you're getting extra money back on your taxes for, because you have a small business, which is good. They want you to have a small business, right? They want you to be doing other things. So what you want to, so in order to get a income tax check that goes from one number to the next, or to get more back on your refunds, you have to claim your business. You don't, but you also want to just make sure that you are doing the right thing, that you have all of your ducks in a row, that all of your paperwork is straight, all of your numbers are tight, etc., etc. Because if you don't, you'll be messed up. And you don't want to be messed up. All right. You want to make sure that everything is on point, and you want to make sure that, you're able to track it, because you want to know that, okay, in 2020, this is what my net profit was. This is what our gross. This is what my income was. This is what my expenses were. Now, let's see what 2021 looks like. Now you can kind of tell if it's working or not. Now you can tell if this $3,000 in advertising is working, if you're spending too much money in competitions, if you're like me and decided that, hey, I don't want to rent anymore after doing my taxes. I'm like, why I'm paying this man all this money? Why? You know what I'm saying? Them $18,000 that I spent in 1 year on rent on a $1,500 rent on a 8,000 square foot building, I could go and I can get one out and I can just do it on my own. It might take me a little bit longer, but I know how to do it. All right. So if this was helpful, right? Tax Bay, Tax Dance, Miss B with the taxes, right? All that in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm going to continue to bring you quality content that's going to help you not just with your dance studio, but with your business. And then we'll even be doing some things with just us coaches. All right. I love to hear from you. So hit me up on Facebook at Connecting the Lines, Instagram, Connecting the Lines Official. And, you know, it's almost competition season. 2022, we'll see you at Connecting the Lines. Bye.